I had come a few times in my life, 30 years being in this business. I got into, you might say, it's called the disease of me. You kind of get arrogant and you think you don't need to be at the helm of your business too much. So I got that arrogance hit me. And in 2 years' time that I wasn't really involved in everything at a profound level in my business, everything changed in those years.
The best hospitality doesn't come from headquarters. It comes from the people who are close to the homes, and to the guests, and to the community. People who take ownership, who anticipate the needs before they're spoken. The people who treat every guest like they're being welcomed into their own home. That's how we built Casago, but as the business grows, that idea is getting tested. So we're hitting the road, traveling town to town, meeting the local owners and teams that carry that responsibility every single day. Different markets, different challenges, but one shared belief that this business works best when it stays human, because when you stay close, you don't just manage homes, you build trust. We've got a model, we've got a credo, and we've got a big orange RV. Now we're asking the question, what does it actually take to build a people-driven company across different markets? This is the Casago Roadshow.
I made it. How are you?
Got a long drive.
Little house, man. What do you think?
That's really cool, man.
Pretty cool, right?
I like the color.
Yeah.
Why'd you make it orange?
It's gorgeous.
It's perfectly positioned on the lake.
Yeah. Is there a pier?
There's a dock, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
A little sitting area out there. This is Eagle Point. This is where the bald eagles kind of fly around. So
Yeah.
don't be surprised if you see some flying around out there. So I came back out of it needing to step into my business again. And I couldn't recognize anything. Everything changed. I started to study it. Now I'm going to start going to conferences. Oh, there's this Burma Executive Conference. Let me go to this. My idea I had at the time was to make money or save money, open an office in Ensenada, which would be a lower cost office that we could open and possibly just open a market down there. But that was my idea. And everybody I went to and talked about that idea, oh, you got to talk to Steve. You got to talk to Steve. I mean, probably 10 times. Oh, you got to talk to Steve. I'm like, who is Steve? He owns this market in Mexico. He owns Casago. And I really didn't pay attention to that. Everybody kept saying that. And one moment in this conference, this guy named Steve walked up to me and said, hey, I'm Steve. And I don't think anybody told you to talk to me. I think we just randomly met each other. I'm like, Steve, everybody keeps telling me to talk to you. Here's my idea. And you're like, well, here's how you do it. Here's how we do it. I got all these markets in Mexico. I have 1,000 homes. And I'm like, well, how do you do this? And you give me the answer. How do you do this? You give me the answer. I'm like, this guy knows everything about this business. And I don't know everything about this business at this time. And we talked for a couple hours. And finally I said, man, you should franchise. And you said, I'm gonna. He said, I'm your first one. I'm signing up right now.
Big Bear is a perfect stop for us. It's a big operation with a lot of homes, a lot of history, and a lot of heart. It was also a business that not too long ago was on the brink of falling apart.
I had a big operations problem, a big quality problem, big housekeeping problem. That was the big eyesore of the business. And you said, well, we have Bill, who knows everything about this. We'll send him out there for a couple of weeks to retrain everybody and set some systems and models up according to what you already had in your Casago brand. And he did. He came out once or twice and helped us fix that. And you did that a couple times. I think you sent Katrina out for some marketing.
We sent him out 5 times.
5 times, really? Okay, it took us a while to get it.
The challenges were operational, but the fixes were cultural. The Casago model gave structure to both. What really changes a business is how people show up for each other, how they lead, communicate, take responsibility, and whether the person at the top is willing to look at himself. Nick was willing to do just that. He sought out Casago, and he implemented the tools and systems that we teach. He took a deep dive and looked at the human side of his business, and the very first person he saw was Jack.
Loving your community is a very, very important ingredient to the success of your business. Loving your team, loving people in the community, loving your staff. This is a love business.
You see, Jack came into the family as an au pair and quickly became one of the most critical people in the entire operation. And that was proof to Nick that the human side wasn't separate from the operations. It was the operation. That's the moment the ship started to right itself.
It was just meant to be. This is my place. It's like a magnet. I visit places and I travel a lot, but nothing gives me the same type of energy that Big Bird provides.
Jack came into our lives when my kids were 4 and 6. And I was a single dad and raising these 2 amazing kids. I had a business I needed to attend to, and a friend of mine suggested an au pair.
We immediately connected. There's always been something that kids have, which is that genuine aspect of them that they never like. They will tell you the truth, and you can understand when there's something wrong, and it's very easy to approach. And I think there's so much to that.
So eventually, Jack became a citizen, and with that, he was able to step into Big Bird Vacations. The moment that he stepped into that was the moment COVID exploded our industry, and he was critical to being part of this business and helped us through that at an immediate leadership level and learned the business. And basically now he is COO. He's running this company, and I'm very proud of that. He is so well below his potential in terms of him as a leader, as a visionary, running this business. He inspires people. He's got a team of people that are loyal to him and the business and the industry. I'm proud of this man and honored that he chose us in his life. Today, he is a very important person in my kids' lives, in my life. We are looking at other ventures in life. But yeah, he is absolutely a key ingredient to the success that we have achieved at this point.
He shaped me in a way that probably nobody could have ever done, not even my mother. Nick was able to inspire me and give me what I was really missing. I know I was resilient, but I was missing a component, which was the leadership aspect.
Do you think if Nick would have gone easier on you in the beginning, that you'd have developed into the type of leader you are today?
No. I probably would have made my own way, but my own way at the time was not this path that I'm taking right now. And like I said, he forged me, he corrected me, he would go back to trust. We never left each other. We never said, okay, I'm done. Never happened. I believe that was the key component.
Nick has managed to make an incredible culture the core of his operations. How he builds trust with his team and how he shows up every single day. He knows exactly how to make the human side of this business become real. At the same time he expands, we're helping to put structure underneath it all. The Casago model brings consistency, clarity, and accountability back into the business because you need both the human side that gives it strength and the structure that gives it sustainability. And Big Bear sits right in the middle of that. It's big enough to matter, but close enough to feel. And that's where this model really gets tested. I remember some of the struggles you were having was you'd have this massive backlog of work orders that had been completed but weren't being charged to homeowners for sometimes for months. And I remember looking into your system and pulling the report, and you had 10 times the amount of work orders that had been completed and ready to charge than you had actual properties in your portfolio. And that's just money laying on the table, and we had to work through that as well.
That's a good example of one of the things that I wasn't even aware of, because Steve would look through his dashboard that he created for us, and he would see things like that. And I'm like, gosh, I didn't even know that. And some of these things were hard to swallow because the problem was human, and we had to change it to a solution that worked for everybody and change people's behavior. That was the biggest thing, is people got set in the ways of doing things. And when you have a model that works versus how you're doing that doesn't work, and you've got to change the human, that sometimes is difficult. But we did that many times with your models. If you follow the model, your business will be successful. I think that's the key here.
Yeah.
If you follow the model, you'll have a successful business. If you try to pick and choose from the pieces, could not work. And the answer is follow the model.
We spend so much time in this building, in this community, obviously working, but I like to know from my team and whomever I talk to, what are their passions? How's your day going? When someone tells me, oh, all good, it's like, wait, tell me more. One of my aspects is, let's talk about it. How can I help you? And how can you help me? So when we then gather at Wyatt's, like last night, I trust everybody on my team to hand my daughter to whomever because we built it.
I think that you were showing exceptional leadership by taking the time out of your busy week to focus on the human elements. I didn't hear you one time talking about KPIs, talking about financial, tools that you needed to have conversations about. I didn't hear you talking about cleaning scores or problems that are happening at work. You spent 2 or 3 hours just on the human element of loving on your people and connecting with them, one-on-one as you had each conversation through that. And I think that it fed them and their souls in a way that lets them know that they're in the right place.
We've created a culture of fun as part of this. And when you rate something as fun, that to us is our scorecard, is we made it fun. And I look forward to Wednesday night. It is the highlight of my week. So there's no effort on my part to participate in that. We've actually been doing that for 14 years now, every Wednesday. It's an invite to be part of the family and feel that as part of the family. It's the pride. I feel so prideful. Many have faltered me for that. That's not the scorecard. No, that is the scorecard. I've doubled down on that as my scorecard. We call it the big why. What is their big reason for getting up in the morning? What is important to them? And when you understand that about a person and you champion their success and champion their progress through these personal goals, professional goals, whatever they are, you create a relationship where there's reciprocity. The team today have been here a very long time, and I think that is a very important aspect to success, is finding a way to create an environment in your business where nobody ever wants to leave. and they want to find their success, their next levels, because their success is your success.
Yeah.
Local people in local markets taking care of the local community and guest experience is the way that it's going to be successful.
Yeah.
And I think you've proven that with all this.
As I fired up the RV and drove down the hill into the Mojave Desert, I kept thinking about what I'd just seen. There's something different about this place. You see it in the team, the way they talk to each other, and that kind of trust isn't built overnight. And it's not something you can just install. It's built over time with shared values and leadership that shows up every single day to reinforce it. Big Bear reminded me that a franchise isn't just a system for running a great business. It's a system built to support the people behind it. Because this business isn't just about the homes. It's about the people and the relationships we build with them. I'm Steve Schwab, and this is the Casago Roadshow.